bows. Filling up chests like crazy. My idea was to take these drops and put them into systems, then consume all these drops, but put all those drops to good use. And they've come a long way. Quite the system's going. But today, rainy day, got a few little projects. Now, I'm not one for doing a whole lot of calculations and figuring out, oh, my little columns are turned into a statue soon. I'm not one for doing the calculations and tick time and growth speeds and hopper speeds and crafter, all that nonsense. I'm more the style of I build it when it breaks, I troubleshoot and try to solve the flaws, I suppose you could call them. Trying to get a minecart. Let's try again. It's early. Got a minecart. It picks up all my surplus iron. Travels along the track. Comes up to this machine right here, which is basically a bamboo farm fed through crafters that will craft chests. Deposit them right here. Got 64. Now, we're crafting more chests than we're producing iron. So, you either need to speed up the iron or slow down the chest. I could easily just slow down the bamboo production so that we're only getting, the right amount of chests. And that's basically how I build. I look at it, I build it, I see how it functions, and then I make my adjustments and fix things. Sometimes my fixes don't work, but for the most part we're doing alright. So this hopper has to actually get to about 46 ingots before this comparator will send the signal around, powering the power rail that pushes this minecart, which is full of iron, down the track. Down here, after the cart's gone through, all the hoppers get stored down here. We're starting to accumulate quite a few hoppers. But I also take that minecart and I run it along this line of hoppers that feed into a crafter, which currently I am crafting iron bars. I was doing blocks of iron, but I don't really use blocks of iron. I'd have to take those blocks of iron, convert them back to ingots before I can actually make stuff with it. So I opted out to making iron bars, because I actually want to use those. Minecart continues down the track and actually feeds this machine. This one up here. Again, bamboo farm, very small bamboo farm, produces sticks. Minecart fills in the rest of the slots with the iron ingots, and we make tracks. We're starting to accumulate quite a few tracks, and I'd rather have more hoppers at this point. I've also taken 9 hoppers here for the making the rails, or the bars, I mean, the iron bars. What I want to do, make a little adjustment here. Let's make sure I got what I need. Yeah, I'm gonna need some stuff. Need some redstone bits. To make this work. And I think I'm just going to do it like temporary. I need some power rails. I want a redstone torch. Don't I see redstone torches? Really? Of all the things, I don't have redstone torches? Well, I could easily fix that. Get myself some redstone torches and just regular rails. I know where I have lots. And I have some building blocks. Good, good. So what I'm going to do is increase the iron production to produce more hoppers. And less iron going to the producing the bars. How much time? 20. Okay, I should have time. So we want to have 1, 2, 3 hoppers here, and I don't want any of these. Need some building blocks. I want to get this done before the minecart gets here. And there. 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 And now we just need some tracks. And we should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is put a redstone torch here. Right there in the corner. Switch these ones out. Hope I got time. There and there. And then I'm going to take and eliminate all the iron going up to the to make the rails. So I'm going to stop production. Rails. I've reduced this down so it's only grabbing 3 ingots on the first pass and then 3 more on the way back, and then that should be enough to produce 1. Okay. I think that'll do. Oh, it's got to be night. Gotta be night time. Get some sleep. It'd be nice if real world was like that. So, I'm just gonna go to bed. There, sleep through the night, and a few moments later, wake up and it's morning, and the sun's shining. Okay, so this system should produce. Got to get to 46. Should supply more iron into my hoppers and less iron to making iron bars because now we only have 3 hoppers, not 9. And we've eliminated the rails for now. We got some further ideas in that department. Now, the other the other project we're working on is our gold. So we have our gold farm up above, which is basically XP grinder. So flip on the switch, and it turns on the machine, gets the portals flashing, zombified piglins come in, eventually end up down here. See, they fall in. Oh, see, some reason how did I get a creeper? There must have been a creeper spawned in on top of the portal. And yeah, so somehow we got a creeper, and I don't want that creeper to explode. Let's see, will the creeper fall in? Okay, the creeper's in here. Let's try to take out the creeper quick. Now, that does illustrate how I do get random stuff in here in the farm. You also get a lot of zombified piglins. So instead of gathering all the drops in a chest here like I used to, I now funnel all the drops below into a sorting area. Gather up. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of XP. 106. Once you get established, you don't really use a lot. Well, I do. What to do? Need to get my armor all set up and have spares the highest quality. There's some things that just require XP, so okay, back on tracks. So we have our gold farm. Produces all kinds of gold. For the most part, golden swords. But also, if I can get in there, got my 2 little copper golems, so as the items drop in here, they pick stuff up and put it into the appropriate chests. One thing about the copper golems is there has to be something in here in order for them to know where to put it. Because the farm itself gets a lot of swords and a lot of rotten flesh, chances are the first thing they're going to pick up is a sword or rotten flesh. So I always seem to go to the right or to the left. They don't ever go to the chest and run randomly over to a chest this way. They always seem to go this way, that way. So I've placed the swords in the first chest, rotten flesh in the second. But then I did the same on this side. Rotten flesh in there, and swords, and spears too, in here. Okay, and then they just throw the nuggets, and the ingots, and then your random stuff that gets, you never know what's going to fall into the farm up above. Okay, so great. We got all this stuff now. Accumulating all this gold. What do you do with it? Well, the little nuggets are easy enough. I put them through a crafter here, craft them into once I get 9 of them, they'll craft into a ingot, and I think they can store, yeah, so far we got 51 ingots. I do have a little system where I monitor how much stuff is in the chest, and if there's in this case anything over 3 items, will unlock the hopper and allow those items to flow through, but locking the hopper again, so there's always leaves 3 in there, so the copper golems know where to put stuff. Okay, so along this line is where all the golden swords and the spears go, and well, we're getting quite a few. Yeah, we're getting back, so it's really time to start get this smelting system going. So the only thing I really got left to do here is to collect the stuff, collect the nuggets from the furnaces, craft them into ingots, and then bring the ingots back into the system, and then we'll have a storage spot for the ingots. I kind of want to feed them, change this, which makes our regular rails, and convert it so it makes power rails. But I don't really know how much gold I'm going to get. So for now, I think I'm just going to build the collection system, the crafting system, and then feed the ingots into a common chest down here where we can collect them all and see how much we get. Okay, so what am I going to need? I don't need rails. Let's throw all the rails into here. Here, I'll take the powered rails back up. I'm going to need a lot of hoppers. Oh, I'm going to need a crafters. I don't have any crafters. I believe I have comparators and all that sort of thing. Comparators, repeaters, bit of redstone. But what I do not have is crafter. Okay, so in order to make a crafter, we need crafting table. Make some planks, and I can make 1, 2 of these guys. 2. How about 4? Just so I have a few extras. Don't need the planks, don't need spruce. Got 4 of those. What else do we need? Iron. Got iron. I believe the other ingredient is redstone. Redstone. Is that it? Is that all that's required? No, there's something else I'm missing. What else am I missing? How does one craft a crafter? Why doesn't it show up in my... Sure I can't craft a crafter? The heck? Oh right, I need droppers. I forgot. We need 4 droppers. And it's bedtime again. The title of this one was Day 550. Actually 558. Yeah, I'm a little off. Okay, we're making crafters. Crafters. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5 iron, 2 crafting tables, or crafting table and droppers, and then 2 redstone. Okay, so now I got crafters. What else will I need? I'm sure I'll need chests. I'm going to take hoppers, all the hoppers I got out of here. Repeaters, do we have repeaters? Do we have comparators? Okay. I'm going to take half a stack of these guys because I want to do some, probably a little experimenting before I I'm going to want to have building blocks. Oh, I'm the worst. I am the worst live streamer. And I don't even look at my chat half the time. I apologize. Think a fella would be prepared. But no. Okay. 64 plus hoppers. Oh, it's a chest. I should have it. I should have my act together. Let's get some progress. It's all about more progress today. Okay. Let's get over here. So I'm going to want a hopper line. Coming across like this. So the hopper will go directly into there. Alright. Okay, that should give me a ton of room. I'm going to just walk this out here. And somewhere the hopper will come down. Perfect. I guess, you know what? I bet you I don't need to be this low. If I put it up here, it would be... If I went at this height, I could feed the hopper right into that hopper and it would still function just the same. And I'll have more room to do other stuff. Right, I am such a klutz in the morning. Is this going to give me enough room? No. I don't know. Let's get this show started though. I place a double chest right here. There and there. And all I gotta do break all this stuff in a moment. Get to here. Now I can take a hopper line. Right in the side of that chest. And run directly underneath all these furnaces, so whatever gets smelted will just automatically drop into the furnace, into this hopper. And this hopper line will feed them all down and put them into this chest. Perfect. Okay. So I want to take them out of this chest. I think I'll do this back here. You know what? I think this is just going to be a real super simple setup here. Yeah. Very, very simple. Simplest crafting setup I've done yet. Oh yeah, I should put this easy. Where's my crafters? I just made them. Put that there. So make it easy to get the crafter in the right spot. So I just have to put hoppers from this chest and into the crafter. Now, like I said, I'm going to do this really super easy. Rather than rely on signal strength, which can often, you know, if it gets flooded, it gets too many items in there, it will plug up and not function anymore. So if I was just to take, oh, come on, a clock, really slow clock, could even make it slower. That makes just a nice little clock pulse. And I feed it into here. It will ever so often craft whatever's in there. Seeing as how we're only getting nuggets, there's no recipe for nuggets. So even though it's telling it to craft, it can't craft because there's not enough items in it. But as soon as there's 9 in it, it'll craft it. So it doesn't matter if it gets overloaded one spot, because it'll, as long as there's all 9 slots are taken, it will just craft. Okay. Perfect. I can just flash away under here, I don't care. I like it. So the next step would be to get our hoppers. So the hoppers, any nuggets that get smelted from our swords, fall into this hopper line, fill this chest, fall into this hopper, fill the crafter. The clock will automatically craft it. Now I'm getting away with this because there's no other recipe. If this was iron, then could run into issues of crafting different things. Seeing as how only got the one item that it's going to produce, we're safe to just let this clock run. Yeah, I like this. So this one will just never break no matter what. Okay, let's go to bed. Another day. Keep forgetting to sleep. Staying up late at night. I'm fairly spawn-proofed. I got quite a bit of torches and lanterns and stuff like kicking around, so not too worried about mobs, but I don't know, I'd still like to play it safe. So this level has to be here. No, it has to be below here. And it has to be over here. So yeah, it's got to be below this. We want our hopper line to run underneath this. So yeah, it looks like my original. This one right here. Is where I need to be. But I can't get under there. Goodness me. I have to break all these blocks eventually. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, you'd think all the years I've been playing this game. Take this hopper line. Right along here. Break that block. And continue with hoppers until we get to here, and then whatever gets in here will flow through and head over there. Right. Now, let's clean up all this nonsense. I know, scaffolding. Can I say I'm fixed in my ways? Can't teach an old dog new tricks. And here we are. Okay. So I would consider that completed. Right. Don't need these anymore. Only confuse me. I need that block. I need all those blocks. That's the clock. Do not need these blocks. Alright. That'll flow in there. These guys flow in there. That guy and that guy. And I just jumped into the water. Now I'm stuck underneath stuff. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Maybe I should pick up some blocks. I'm so terrible for just letting them despawn in the ocean. No wonder drowns get mad at me, polluting their ocean like this. Okay. Gonna come on to something now. What I have to do is get this guy up there on top. Too many already. Yeah, what the heck? Did this work perfectly? Oh my goodness, it did. And here I just need 1, 2. Yeah, I think I will. 3 here. No, I don't want to do it like that. I'm going to do it like redstone torch. And my block. Oh, almost walked off the edge. So that's going to be a power rail. And I did just walk off the edge. All right. gonna be good enough. I didn't bring any regular rails, of course. I don't want to really push that cart around. Fortunately, I know where I can get some rails. More than two, though. Here's an extra one. Regular rail on the corner, power rail, and I'm going to put another redstone torch right here. Yeah. Regular rail on the corner. Power rails do not do corners. Power, 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 power. And then here, I need a regular rail. That's already powered. Oh, did I just throw a rail? I might have just thrown a rail into the system. Oh, but I shouldn't go in because I bet you these guys are full. Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I didn't throw a single thing in there. Okay, well, this is full. So if I push that along the line, it should go and fill all those furnaces. Go back, load up with another set, go off, and we should be getting ingots flowing by. I believe. There it goes. Cool. So there's our gold production line going. We're hopping it. So now I think I'll just simply take double chest here. Yeah, this will work. So again, just going to keep it simple for now. Hopper, hopper. Get there from here. Hopper. One more hopper. This one should be full, except I picked up here, and then one more hopper there. So now, our smelting system should be cooking. Why is that one taking so long? Why did that not fill any of the... Are we already... Wow. We've already done all those sorts. So we don't have any more swords. But we do have a bit of gold happening. So let's move this down. I am quite curious. Oh, let's go to bed again. So I'm quite curious. How much gold did we actually get? We get a whole pile of swords, golden swords, but I guess that's worth it. Okay, if I put all this down here, whatever we make will end up there. Okay, should start a timer. Let's see what happens here. Okay, already got a mess of guys here. Let's see. I'm just going to run this. It's 9:02, so let's do this for 1 minute. I'm going to stay here till 9:03, and actually, I don't even in that. It won't even be a minute because it's 9:03 right now, and that wasn't a minute. So let's go to 9:04. Sorry. So a little over a minute. Wait, how come my watch and my computer are 2 different times? The watch is off by a minute. No, I'm not sure which is the right time. Furnaces, are they actually doing anything? Not that round. Not that round. Strange. Well, we're definitely dropping swords. So. Okay, that's well over a minute now. Let's turn this off. Okay, any cooking going here, guys? Do you have any? Pick up any? None. Again, none. Like, you must be picking them up, or is it so fast? Nah, it can't be that fast. Yeah, that's the old golem's got to try to organize and sort and do all kinds of goodness. Now, maybe the old golems are messed up. Still got lots of these guys. Come. What's going on, guys? Great system. I bet you everybody's just so happy they stayed to watch. Yeah, well, got one. Okay, what's going on? You guys. Let's check on these guys. What's going on in here? You guys pick up some goofy thing. There's a lot of swords here. There you go. There you go. What are we picking up here? Oh, you're grabbing these. Do they always grab the first item? Oh, I don't know until they don't take anything unless. Well, oh, he grabbed. And he grabbed. They grab 16 each. These guys aren't the quickest. I'm sure there's quicker ways you can make this happen, but currently, these guys aren't the quickest. So now my chest will also take any surplus of these guys. See, they're dropping through now because they've got so many. Surplus of these guys, convert them into ingots and also feed the ingot chest. Now, see, this guy's got ingot. He's going to automatically throw it into here. And I think you'll find that it will. Oh, he won't put it in if I'm looking in the chest either. Okay, the rest is just swords. So we should be seeing some smelting action going on up here a little bit. Two. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter because grabbed 4 that time. Okay, so you never know. Like I could get. I doubt it'll ever get backed up. But those furnaces are not gonna. The first ones are gonna be running out of bamboo. That's alright. It'll still work. Yeah, even though it's only doing 4. Well, a little overkill, but that's alright. We're in business though. And so far we have gotten 18 ingots from that little 1 minute grind, minute and a half grind out at the old gold farm. Okay. Still thinking about this rails. How's this working? Are we getting a lot more? Right, a lot less of these and more of the hoppers because they're just more iron. I'm not stealing a lot of iron from these guys. The cart's not making it up there to feed the rail farm, so there's only 2 ingots away. And we'll be making 2 more hoppers. Okay, this is going good. Now, I got another problem. Yeah, poppies are starting to back up. But nothing like the gunpowder. Gunpowder is, yeah, fully backed up. I can't get any more gunpowder. I do have a lot of gunpowder. How are you guys doing? In here, see. See, we have the iron capped off so it doesn't go to the surplus area until there's quite a bit of iron. So I can always come here and grab things that I may need. Yeah, at some point deal with the string. But I think first I need to deal with the gunpowder. Main thing I want gunpowder for is rockets. I can make a fancy machine. Crafts up multi-level rockets. A lot of people seem to like the notion of level 3 rockets as opposed to level 1, but I personally only use level 1. Okay, so I got the gunpowder. What I don't have is automatic sugarcane. I have sugarcane, but it's not automated. And well, I don't know if you noticed, but I like getting things automated so that I don't really have to do. I'd rather just go down to a chest and grab. Hoppers. One thing I really like to craft is dispensers. Dispensers are such a nuisance to make a large quantity of. So if I could come up with a system that would produce dispensers, that'd be cool. But let's first work on our rockets. I got a nice area out here where I could put in a couple sugarcane farms. I could also take from the sugarcane farm and take any surplus paper up here. That's these item elevators here are pushing all the rotten flesh. See the rotten flesh that the copper golems are picking up from the gold farm, go in here and shoot up and deposits all that in a chest right up there where the clerics are that will buy all that rotten flesh. Should I do the same thing but with paper? And have paper come around and have a chest up there where I can have paper to sell to the librarians and make more emeralds. Don't worry about it and just get that. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go. Just do the, I'll have a surplus of gunpowder down here and rockets. So we got 18. He gets out of that, eh? That's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. We definitely don't get enough to supply a farm to automatically make us powered rails. As long as I have a surplus here. Yeah. Okay. So I'm pleased I've got control over the our iron here. I've made plenty of powered or regular rails that I definitely won't be needing any for a while. I'm going to convert this rail farm into something else. Haven't decided yet. So I have blocked off its iron supply, so it's stopped. It's not working at all anymore. Our hopper farm is still pumping out slowly. Hoppers and iron bars are doing well. So yeah, it always seems stuck though. It's like sitting at that. Oh, because of course it is. So then I got one there. So that should sit empty. It's going to pick up every time that cart goes by. It's going to grab 6, which is just enough to craft 1. Yeah, seems good. So yeah, now next stage, sugar cane, and let's get some rockets going. Yeah. Get this area filled in with all sorts of goods. In my private little base here in my Minecraft world. And we've definitely made some progress. Still got all this area to build something. Maybe that's where I'll do some fancy dispenser crafter and maybe pistons too. I'm gonna build a better stone generator or something that'll just allow me to fill it with cobble, because both dispensers and pistons require cobble. But yeah, cool. Now these carts are just zoom by constantly, even though there's no swords. We're not using the gold farm at all. We're not collecting swords. So, the minecarts aren't really doing much. This minecart fills all these hoppers, whichever one get used. When the system gets backed up, it will stop bamboo growth. When it needs more bamboo here, it turns turn the farm back on, and it'll start pumping out bamboo again. Cool. Very, very cool. Clean up this. What the heck? I see what I mean. There's a llama in there, which means that these guys might... Oh, there's always something to do when you play in Minecraft. Always something to do. See what happens if this guy... Let's see. No, what's he got? See, he's got leather. And he has no chest to put it. So he's just going to walk around and around and around looking for a spot to put. He says, I don't know where to put this leather. Where am I supposed to put this leather? Well, empty hand, I can take this leather from him. And now I'm going to put, well, 3 leather. And see, now this guy's got the lead. Now, if you don't take that off him, he'll just wander around here forever holding that lead, not knowing what to do, and then not taking care of any of the other stuff. So grab the lead from him, and I'm going to put it in this chest. So in the future, if he does pick up any leads, if he does pick up any leather, he'll know just to throw into this miscellaneous chest here in the corner. Well, guys, what do you think? Do we get some progress done? You guys have been just working away like a good thing. You don't really care about me, do you? Do you? Hey. Fine. There we are. Hey, buddy. Okay. I'm going to bed. Well, there's a bit of progress for today. Iron farm still just constantly pumps out iron. Creepers too. So, you know, and they always said, oh, you gotta put your farms way out in the ocean, they gotta be isolated from everything, the mob cap and all this other stuff. And I can clear this guy out. Okay. And I come down here. And we should see, my design is correct, a bunch of creepers. Oh, there goes one. Oh, occasional spider. Spiders usually drop and they fall from fall damage. Creepers, iron golems, they don't mind each other. They don't angry at each other. They don't. Golems don't attack creepers. Creepers don't attack iron golems. So it's all perfectly safe having creepers and iron golems fall into the same kill chamber. Except, of course, I'm trying to show you, and I don't have any creepers. Where there they are. And generally, they get killed quick enough. The creepers get killed quick enough. I don't think they don't have time to get angry. Oh. And I did have a creeper blow up once in there, but when I built the multi-level creeper farm up here, and you know, you put all the trapdoors on the ceilings, I skipped one section, so I was getting other mobs in there, which I guess somebody got a creeper angry, and it blew up. But I think now that I've fixed that, I've installed all the possible trapdoors that are required. I now only get the creepers and spiders out of the farm, which works out quite well. Lots of golems. So many golems. Deal with the gunpowder. Then I gotta deal with this. This is ridiculous. Again, a ton of string. I gotta figure out something. I want to do a string because I got so much string. I suppose I could just make it into wool blocks, but that's kind of boring. What else do you do with string? Scaffolding, I think. Do have bamboo. So many things to think about. Never a dull moment. Well, I've made some progress. And gold fire is pretty much taken care of. Now we're dealing with creepers. More so the gunpowder. Creepers I'm already dealing with. But we do want to continue. Fill in this whole area, this base, with all kinds of farms and different ideas. It's always something to build when you're playing Minecraft. So for today, I think that's it. I'm happy with the progress. Gotta get some detailing done too. Hey guys. Yeah, I get a lot of gunpowder. Awful lot of gunpowder. And iron. Now figuring out systems to put it all to use is what we plan on doing. But for now, this is Poppasteves signing up.